Cheers! Happy World Health Day! Did you know? I know there's a day for everything now, but this one's legit. Not that some of the other ones aren't, but I do feel like today's especially important because for me, although it probably appears that it's easy because I work in the health and wellness and fitness industry, it is not always so easy to live a healthy life. I know it should be, but I personally find it challenging. If you're with me, hit up an emoji, whether you're watching now or in the replay, and tell me how you feel about this, because living healthy is a challenge for everybody. Anybody who says it's easy, I would beg to differ with them. So, this made me think a lot about what it really means to me to live a healthy life, because it's definitely changed over the years. Excuse me. Cheers. And one of those ways that it's changed for me is in just like what is important to me. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. So I have 5 ways, and I would say it's not necessarily that all the things have changed, but how I look at them has changed, right? Well, let's just talk with number 1, hydrating. And especially because I'm pregnant. In case you didn't know, I'm I'm almost 31 weeks pregnant. And if I am not hydrated, all sorts of things start to go wrong in my body. I get crampy, especially early on in my first trimester, which is, scary when you're pregnant. I found that if I wasn't hydrated enough, I would start to feel a little bit crampy. And sometimes you think you're hungry when you're not. Sometimes you get cranky, right? And you take it out on other people. And it might just be that you're dehydrated. So my number 1 tip for you all, if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, is to make sure you have water on you at all times. Now, what I haven't shared with you, if you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, you've probably heard, but I'm doing a giveaway with some amazing brands and experts, and one of them is Hint Water, which Hint Water saved me. I've been drinking Hint Water since before kids because, frankly, I was a soda drinker, and Hint really saved me because it had a hint of something. And they also have a carbonated version, which often gives me what I would normally need from a soda. So that's my number 1 tip. My number 2 tip, I'm just checking this out to make sure I can see this. Yeah, we're good. Guess what? Is to eat healthy. Duh. And everybody says eat real food, and that is always the best way to go if you can. And I could go on all day about how to organize your healthy meals, but for me, who's a huge snacker, eating healthy snacks is huge because, first of all, if they're not like healthy and fulfilling, then I just continue to snack all day. That's why I love using mason jars. I have tons of mason jar info on my YouTube channel and on my blog that you can check out. But one thing that I've been doing for about 2 months now is I've been getting Graze boxes in the mail. You guys can see I just had one a little while ago. And Graze box is a curated box. So you go on and you pick the kind of snacks you want, and they have protein ones and they have low carb ones, low sugar. You could pick salty, you could pick sweet. They had a chocolate one during Valentine's Day. And it's 8 little packs like this. And you guys can see, like, these are really good portion control. Really good. Now I can go like this. Okay. And these snacks are really great because A, they're portion control. B, you can pick them out. C, they fit in your purse. D, my kids love them. So I really recommend checking out Graze, and I think I had started to, my pregnancy train of thought probably left me on this, but I'm doing a really great giveaway that because of World Health Day, and that's what I was saying. That's on my Facebook and my Instagram. It's Friday, you guys. Hint is giving away a case of their variety pack, so you can try all their different flavors, which you definitely want to do. And then Graze, amazingly, has given away a full month of Graze boxes. What? So that means you get a Graze box each week. 8 different snacks each week. I'm going to put that link in here right now before I forget. Okay? And that's where you can go do the giveaway. It's based on my Instagram account. The link I gave you just heads over to my blog, and that'll tell you what to do. Okay, so that's number 2, is to eat healthy, but especially if you are a snacker, make sure your snacks are healthy and fulfilling. All right? Now, number 3. This is, we're gonna jump to number 3, which is sleep. And this is the hardest one for me. I don't know what the hardest one is for you all, but sleep is the hardest one for me, especially now that I'm uncomfortable and pregnant. And I think it's so important because even if you do all the other things that I'm talking about, even if you eat healthy and you're hydrated and all that, if you don't get enough sleep, you just feel like crap anyway. And I feel like it rules everything else out. It's like even if you're trying hard to do the rest of them, if you don't get enough sleep, then it just ruins everything. And you don't even feel healthy because you can't even focus. Right? So I have jumped on the essential oil train. I'm not selling them, but I jumped on the train because I had serious morning sickness in my first trimester for the first time. I have 2 boys and I didn't have it with them. And this time I was basically like willing to try everything. And acupuncture was really what helped. And also what really helped was essential oils. And I'll put a link to that in a little bit. So I am recruiting my friend Amy Wiggs, and I'm going to see if I can get her. Now I can invite her. All right, Amy, I'm going to invite you. You guys should be able to see Amy here. Invite to Amy Expert. I just invited you. Let's see if this works. This is the first time I've done this, you guys. Facebook whitelisted me to do a dual broadcast, and the last time I tried to do it, my dual broadcaster couldn't come on. It says it's inviting you, Amy. I hope. It's working! Yay! You're my first person to have on a dual broadcast. This is so exciting.
Woo!
What also makes you really healthy, you guys, is getting really happy. I'm really happy right now that this worked. It looks okay. I can see it here too. How fun is this? You guys should all be able to do this on Facebook. But I am not an essential oil expert at all. In fact, Amy knows we constantly text about this stuff. She's like, you need to be taking this, like whenever she sees that I'm sick, which has been a lot this pregnancy. And so Amy, talk to us. She's doing, as part of the giveaway, she's going to give away a bottle of Serenity. So, I mean, anything you want to say about sleep, and then anything specifically you want to say about Serenity to help everybody.
Specifically sleep. Social media is like actually one of the worst things that you can do before trying to go to sleep. So try to limit the amount of time, like the amount of minutes that you use your phone before you're going to go to sleep. Create it's better to read a book, things like that. But I do have a funny story that I wanted to tell you that I thought would be appropriate for this. A friend of mine that I just gave a sample to of Serenity was having a lot of trouble. She's going through a divorce and everything. And so she was having a lot of trouble sleeping. And she's an avid person, like she's really worried about brushing her teeth every night. She's like, I got my book ready, I sat on my bed, and I put the oil on thinking it wasn't going to take, it was going to take a little while before it kicked in. She's like, I sat down with the book and I passed out. It was just like immediate.
And wait, where do you put it? You put it on your wrist?
Yeah.
Is that where you put it?
Like the back of your, like behind your ears and then on your wrists. I specifically like the wrist because I'm like one of those sleepers in the fetal position, so you're smelling it. But diffuser actually is really awesome to put it in the diffuser.
Okay, and so my question is, since most of my audience is moms, can you put this on your kids that won't sleep? Like, is this safe?
Absolutely. I put it on my baby, 1 drop on my baby's big toe before she goes to, well, she's like 2 now, so I guess she's not a baby. But before she takes a nap,
she's your baby.
Day I put it on her, and then I'll put it on in their diffusers, and I'll put it on her at night too. But just 1 drop when they're a baby is good enough. So, or you can.
Well, because the reality is, we as moms too, we might be able to sleep. Like I actually can sleep really easily. The problem is if your kids aren't sleeping. Like I've had my husband was out of town, and I had my 2 boys in my bed, which I only ever do when he's out of town because I secretly like it. And the problem is when he comes back, right? Like, so he came back last night, and I'm like, they literally asked him, like, Dad, can you sleep downstairs? I'm like, this is so wrong. But, but that's the reality is I knew I would sleep better and they would sleep better if they were in my bed. And I should have just like totally like serenity'd all of us.
And them too, right? Yeah, like, and two, not everybody has a diffuser. So, if you put a couple drops of the Serenity on a cotton ball and shove it in like the blades of a fan, and you got a fan going at night, then that kind of disperses the smell throughout the room throughout the whole night too.
Oh, that's a really
Um,
good idea.
yeah, the thing with putting it on your body when you go to sleep is that your body will metabolize the oils within 3 to 4 hours. So, ideally, you,
And is
you
it
want
safe
it
for
to be,
pregnancy?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah. Um, you know, all of the oils are tested for potency and purity to make sure that they are safe. So they would work for basically anybody. The only person that really needs to kind of be cautious, or when you're pregnant, is you need to be cautious of clary sage, which I know you don't have, so you don't need to worry about
yeah.
that. But that one is one of the ones that you need to worry about when you're pregnant. And then, like, if you're somebody on blood thinners, then you need to worry about certain ones. But it's not some of the top 10 oils, even somebody on blood thinners could definitely use.
Well, if I can just say, especially because I know you,
Hey,
essential
Holly.
oils feels like it's like a hot topic right now. And I totally just thought it was one of these marketing schemes that like was going around. And I'm not part of the marketing of it. I just like using them now. So I would really encourage you, if you have any questions, you can reach out to Amy via Facebook, or you can reach out to her via my blog. And I just want to say thank you for donating the
Thank you
Serenity
for
for the
having me on.
giveaway. Yeah, this is so
It was
fun.
fun. I
All
know.
right, talk to you later.
All right, bye.
You guys, that was so cool, wasn't it? I'm gonna have to start doing these all the time. Anybody? Hey, Anna, I see you on here. So, that's my third part of the giveaway, and like I said, sleep is just so important. And then number four, as you guys can guess, is exercising. But what I will say about this, and I will say about number five, is that my attitude on this has changed so drastically since I've had kids, and then since I went from one kid to two kids, and I'm sure it's going to change again with three. And on the plus side, I feel like I need it more for my sanity, right? For me, exercise has become a little bit more mental than it has physical, but it's also just more about moving my body every day, and it doesn't have to be strenuous. It just has to be enough for me to feel good. I could go on all day about this. I feel like I talk about exercise enough on my broadcast, so I'm going to move on from it. But for the giveaway, of course, I'm going to donate one of my DVDs. If you are the winner and you have one of my DVDs, then trust me, I have a whole bunch of my other favorite rock stars that we can figure out what would work best for you. Okay, number five. Number five to me is almost the most important, because I would never have said this 6 years ago. But number five for living a healthy life, right? We've already talked about good food. We've talked about hydrating. We've talked about sleep, exercise, which are kind of the basic ones that I think we all think of. But this last one to me really is a game changer. And I'm just titling it Be Present. Like Amy was mentioning with the social media and sleep, I feel like being present is so much more challenging now with social media. And those of us who either have work obligations along with our kids, or just have passions and things that we like to do for ourselves, which is a good thing, mamas. I feel like being present becomes so much more challenging on both ends of the spectrum, right? Sometimes I'm with my kids and all I can think about is like what I want to do, whether that's work-wise, whether that's like the flipping laundry, whether it's like I'm dreaming about a vacation I want to take. I mean, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I just am not really there with them, right? I'm just like going through the motions. And then vice versa. And it's been super challenging since I've been pregnant with this third baby. I'm trying to get some material ready to shoot some new pregnancy workouts for you guys, or for my mamas, my expecting mamas. And it's been really challenging to be present because I'm so tired, for one. But I've got two little people that I'm taking care of that are always on my mind no matter what I'm doing. So My friend and mentor, Rebecca Baruki, if you guys don't follow Bex, she goes by Bex, Bex, and you can follow her at Bex Life everywhere. Or check out her website, Bex Life. She just released her first book that's called, I gotta make sure I say it right. You have 4 minutes. You have 4 minutes to change your life. How can I forget that? You have 4 minutes to change your life. And it's about basically how to meditate. And like, I'm not a huge meditator, you all, but Bex makes it sound and feel really easy because she's a mom of 5. And so she has donated the book to the giveaway too. But I'm not saying that you have to choose meditation, but I think you just have to choose to be present, right? And for a lot of us, meditation may help that. I know Bex could talk to you all day about the fact that meditation could help that. But finding a way to clear your mind, whether that means, for me, a lot of times that means journaling and writing. It means scheduling things in a planner so that I can know exactly how much time I have for each thing. I feel much more confident being present with my kids if I know that I have, 2 hours, whatever time during the day, it might be when they go to sleep, to just focus on whatever I need to get done. So planning things out for me helps me be more present. Whatever that is for you, maybe we should do a whole broadcast on that. I might have to think about that seriously. All right, so that to me is my 5 reasons, or not my 5 reasons, my brain, you guys. Those are the 5 things that I need to feel like my healthiest self. I would challenge you to maybe write out what it means to you to be healthy and give yourself a little checklist, because this was really therapeutic for me and it really helped me kind of put myself in check. So thanks so much. Thanks to Amy Wiggs for joining us on the broadcast. That was so fun. And I hope that you will check out the giveaway and have a wonderful weekend. If you didn't know, I'm vlogging every day in April, so guess what? I'll be here again tomorrow. I'll see you later.